In our Sunrise Smart Start, a jury has found former Hilton Elementary School principal Kirk Ashton guilty of sexually abusing more than 20 students over a 17-year period. The jury returned a guilty verdict on 46 of the 50 charges. The 4 charges he was not found guilty on are 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child and 2 counts of sexual misconduct. Sentencing is scheduled for November 23rd, where Ashton faces up to 20 years in prison. The man accused of attacking gubernatorial candidate and Congressman Lee Zeldin at a local VFW has been released under strict conditions. David Yacobonis was released to a PTSD and alcohol treatment program in Bath, New York, which will last for 28 days. This is monitored with an ankle bracelet and a separate bracelet monitoring alcohol intake. We learned Yacobonis is a war veteran himself, and those who were there that night say he was struggling and needed help.
It's something that happens to some of us who have not resolved the war. And it's something that's there in the back of your head always, and it's kicking you all day long. And maybe you're not sleeping well, and now you're getting physically exhausted, and you find alcohol or drugs, and you gravitate towards them because they give you some manner of peace, and then they become the problem. And so all of a sudden, you're dealing with a mountain on top of you. And eventually, you get to the place where David Yacobonis was.
Yacobonis is still facing charges, though with successful completion of these treatment programs, it's possible he'll avoid jail time. The Webster Central School District is continuing to investigate a photo that allegedly shows students at Webster Thomas High with their faces painted completely in black. A nonprofit close with the community wants this to be a teachable moment for students to understand the racist origins of blackface. Karen Iglesia, the founder of Primetime 585, was at the game filming highlights and doesn't believe the students had malicious intent, but wants them to understand the weight of their actions. She, along with other students, say the theme of the game was blackout, meaning they were encouraged to wear black.
Blackface was used to ridicule us. It was used to make us feel less than human. So I could understand kids, kids of color, feeling that this is something that needs to be addressed. My problem is that we got to be able to use this as teachable moments. They were being silly. It didn't feel malicious, but it happened. So should a kid that's 14's life change? No, absolutely not.
Counseling staff were available to support any students or staff, and the school district released a statement condemning the students' actions and any kind of racist behavior. 4 teenagers are dead and 2 more are injured after a rollover crash in Buffalo in the area of Route 33 and Route 198. Officials say there were 6 people in the vehicle and their ages range from 14 to 17 years old. 3 of the 4 were pronounced dead at the scene, and 1 passenger is currently in the ICU. Everyone but the 16-year-old driver was ejected, and the car was reported stolen from the city of Buffalo Sunday night. Police believe excessive speed was a factor in the crash, and after being treated in the hospital, the driver is in police custody, now awaiting charges. New York Governor Kathy Hochul and State Attorney General Letitia James announced additional funding to help support law enforcement when extreme risk protection orders are issued. The funding will directly help state police implement the law. Kathy Hochul announced funding for 7 cities in New York to help combat gun violence. Rochester is one of those cities and is expected to receive up to $4 million.